Explore your Next.js knowledge with this comprehensive quiz, featuring 74 questions derived from the official Next.js website documentation. Whether you're an experienced developer or a newcomer, these questions cover a wide range of topics, including routing, optimization, layout, server-side rendering, and more. Each question presents 4 options, followed by the correct answer and a detailed explanation. This interactive quiz offers not just a test of your knowledge, but also insights into the reasoning behind each answer. Whether you're preparing for a project, aiming to improve your skills, or simply curious about Next.js intricacies, this quiz promises an engaging and educational experience. Let's dive in and explore Next.js together. Question 1. What is the purpose of the next.config.js file in a Next.js project? A. To configure global styles. B. To define routes for the application. C. To specify options for Next.js configuration. D. To handle authentication. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. The next.config.js file in a Next.js project is used to specify configuration options for Next.js. It allows you to customize various aspects of the Next.js build process, such as setting environment variables, configuring Webpack, and more. Options related to global styles, routes, or authentication are typically not defined in Next.config.js. Question 2. How can you create a dynamic route in Next.js? A. By using the link component. B. By adding a query parameter to the page file name. C. By creating a folder with square brackets in the pages directory. D. By using the dynamic function from the next/dynamic module. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. To create a dynamic route in Next.js, you can create a folder with square brackets in the pages directory. The name inside the brackets represents the dynamic parameter, and the corresponding page will receive that parameter. Question 3. What is the purpose of middleware in Next.js? A. To style components. B. To handle authentication. C. To modify the request or response object before reaching the route handler. D. To define dynamic routes. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. Middleware in Next.js is used to modify the request or response object before it reaches the route handler. This can be useful for tasks such as authentication, logging, or modifying. Question 4. How can you optimize the performance of a Next.js application? A. By using the next optimize command. B. By implementing server-side rendering. C. By adding more routes to the project. D. By configuring style sheets in Next.config.js. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. Implementing server-side rendering, SSR, is a key technique to optimize the performance of a Next.js application. SSR allows the server to render pages before sending them to the client, improving initial load times. Question 5. Which function allows you to fetch data before rendering a page in Next.js? A. Fetch data. B. Get static props. C. Fetch props. D. Pre-render data. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. The get static props function in Next.js allows you to fetch data before rendering a page. It is used in the context of static site generation and enables data fetching at build time. Question 6. What is the purpose of the next/image component in Next.js? A. To create dynamic routes. B. To handle redirects. C. To optimize image loading and resizing. D. To define layouts. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. The next/image component in Next.js is used to optimize image loading and resizing. It provides features like automatic image optimization, lazy loading, and responsive images. Question 7. Which command is used to create a new Next.js app? A. Create next. B. Init next app. C. New next app. D. Create next app. Correct answer, D. Explanation. The correct answer is D. The create next app command is used to create a new Next.js app. It is the recommended way to bootstrap a new Next.js project. Question 8. What is the primary role of the link component in Next.js? A. To define routes for the application. B. To create dynamic routes. C. To handle redirects. D. To enable client-side navigation. Correct answer: D. Explanation. The correct answer is D. The primary role of the link component in Next.js is to enable client-side navigation. It allows you to create links between pages without triggering a full page reload. Question 9. Which option in Next.config.js allows you to configure environment variables for your Next.js app? A. Environment. B. env. C. Variables. D. process.env. Correct answer: B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. In Next.config.js, the env option is used to configure environment variables for your Next.js app. These environment variables can then be accessed using process.env in your code. Question 10. What does the create next app command do? A. Initializes a new Next.js app with a predefined project structure. B. Creates a custom configuration for Next.js projects. C. Compiles a Next.js app for production. D. Generates random data for testing purposes. Correct answer: A. Explanation. The correct answer is A. The create next app command initializes a new Next.js app with a predefined project structure, including the necessary files and directories to get started quickly. It is the recommended way to create a new Next.js project. Question 11. How can you create a custom 404 error page in Next.js? A. Naming the page file error.js. B. Naming the page file 404.js. C. Using the create error function in the API routes. D. Adding a 404 property in Next.config.js. Correct answer: B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. To create a custom 404 error page in Next.js, you can name the page file as 404.js in the pages directory. Next.js automatically recognizes this file as the custom error page for 404 errors. Question 12. What is the purpose of the getStaticPaths function in dynamic routes? A. To define the route parameters. B. To fetch data at build time for all possible paths. C. To handle redirects in dynamic routes. D. To access the raw request object. Correct answer: B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. The getStaticPaths function in dynamic routes is used to fetch data at build time for all possible paths. It allows Next.js to pre-render pages for the specified paths, ensuring dynamic routes are available at runtime. Question 13. How can you create a layout that is shared across multiple pages in Next.js? A. Using the layouts directory. B. Wrapping each page with a layout component. C. Creating a separate layout for each page. D. Utilizing the create layout command. Correct answer: A. Explanation. The correct answer is A. You can create a layout shared across multiple pages in Next.js by using the layouts directory. Placing a layout file inside this directory allows you to easily reuse it across different pages. Question 14. What happens if you attempt to access the raw request object directly in a layout? A. Improved performance. B. Layouts re-render. C. Potential security risks. D. Layouts become inaccessible. Correct answer: C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. Attempting to access the raw request object directly in a layout can introduce potential security risks, as it may expose sensitive information. It's recommended to avoid accessing the raw request object directly in layouts. Question 15. How can you prefetch a page in Next.js when using the link component? A. Using the prefetch attribute. B. Adding data prefetch to the link component. C. Using the next/prefetch module. D. Prefetching is automatic, no specific action is required. Correct answer: D. Explanation. The correct answer is D. In Next.js, Prefetching is automatic when using the link component. There's no specific action required, as Next.js intelligently prefetches linked pages in the background to optimize navigation. Question 16. Which function allows you to programmatically navigate to a new page in Next.js? A. Navigate to. B. Router.push. C. Change page. D. Redirect to. Correct answer. B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. The router.push function in Next.js allows you to programmatically navigate to a new page. It enables client-side navigation to the specified URL without a full page reload. Question 17. How can you optimize loading performance for images in Next.js? A. Use the next/image component with the layout equals fixed attribute. B. Load images dynamically using the dynamic function. C. Convert all images to base64 format. D. Avoid using the next/image component. Correct answer. A. Explanation. The correct answer is A. To optimize loading performance for images in Next.js, you can use the next/image component with the layout equals fixed attribute. This ensures proper image optimization and responsive loading. Question 18. What is the purpose of streaming UI in Next.js? A. Faster server rendering. B. Incremental rendering of UI components. C. Improved authentication handling. D. Seamless integration of third-party libraries. Correct answer. B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. Streaming UI in Next.js facilitates incremental rendering of UI components, allowing for faster rendering and improved user experience as components are streamed to the client. Question 19. How can you customize the error message for a failed server-side rendering in Next.js? A. Use the error component in the page file. B. Implement a custom error handling function in next.config.js. C. Set a custom error code in the page file. D. Error messages cannot be customized in Next.js. Correct answer. A. Explanation. The correct answer is A. To customize the error message for a failed server-side rendering in Next.js, you can use the error component within the specific page file. This allows you to provide a tailored error message for the given page. Question 20. How can you render multiple pages in the same layout using parallel routes? A. Utilize the parallel routes property in next.config.js. B. Wrap pages in the parallel routes component. C. Organize pages in a folder named parallel. D. Use the link component with a group attribute. Correct answer. B. Intercepting routes. Question 21. Which function is used for a permanent redirect in Next.js? A. Redirect permanent. B. Redirect to. C. Permanent redirect. D. Navigate to. Correct answer. C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. The permanent redirect function is used for a permanent redirect in Next.js. It allows you to perform a 301 permanent redirect to another page or URL. Question 22. How can you redirect from an API route in Next.js? A. Use the res.redirect method. B. Call the redirect to function from next/router. C. Redirects are not supported in API routes. D. Implement a custom middleware for redirects. Correct answer. A. Explanation. The correct answer is A. To redirect from an API route in Next.js, you can use the res.redirect method. This method allows you to send an HTTP3XX status code along with the new location, triggering a redirect. Question 23. What is the purpose of route groups in Next.js? A. To group API routes. B. To define layout groups. C. To organize pages with common features. D. Route groups are not supported in Next.js. Correct answer. C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. Route groups in Next.js are used to organize pages with common features. They provide a way to group related pages together, making project organization more manageable. Question 24. How can you define a route group in Next.js? A. Use the group component in the pages directory. B. Add a group property in next.config.js. C. Organize pages in a folder with a common prefix. D. Use the root group npm package. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. You can define a root group in Next.js by organizing pages in a folder with a common prefix. This helps in grouping related pages together based on their functionality. Question 25. What is the recommended way to structure a Next.js project? A. A flat structure with all pages in the root directory. B. Organize pages based on functionality or features. C. Use a deep hierarchy for nested roots. D. Project structure doesn't matter in Next.js. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. The recommended way to structure a Next.js project is to organize pages based on functionality or features. This approach helps in maintaining a clean and scalable project structure. Question 26. How can you organize global styles in a Next.js project? A. Add styles to each component individually. B. Create a styles directory in the root. C. Use the global styles property in next.config.js. D. Styles are automatically global in Next.js. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. You can organize global styles in a Next.js project by creating a styles directory in the root. Placing style sheets in this directory allows for better organization and management of global styles. Question 27. Which function allows you to fetch data for a dynamic root at request time? A. Get static props. B. Get server-side props. C. Get dynamic props. D. Dynamic roots cannot fetch data at B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. The get server-side props function allows you to fetch data for a dynamic root at request time. This is useful for scenarios where data needs to be fetched on every request. Question 28. How can you create a catch-all root in Next.js? A. Using the catch-all property in next.config.js. B. Creating a folder with square brackets in the pages directory. C. Utilizing the asterisk symbol in the pages directory. D. Adding a catch-all parameter to the page file name. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. You can create a catch-all root in Next.js by utilizing the asterisk symbol in the pages directory. This allows you to match multiple segments in the URL and handle them dynamically. Question 29. What is the benefit of using parallel routes in Next.js? A. Faster client-side navigation. B. Improved server-side rendering performance. C. Ability to render multiple pages in the same layout. D. Automatic parallel rendering of all routes. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. The benefit of using parallel routes in Next.js is the ability to render multiple pages in the same layout. This enhances the consistency and user experience across different pages. Question 30. How can you render multiple pages in the same layout using parallel routes? A. Utilize the parallel routes property in next.config.js. B. Wrap pages in the parallel routes component. C. Organize pages in a folder named parallel. D. Use the link component with a group attribute. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. You can render multiple pages in the same layout using parallel routes by wrapping the pages in the parallel routes component. This approach allows you to maintain a consistent layout across multiple pages. Question 31. What is the primary difference between client-side rendering, CSR, and server-side rendering, SSR, in Next.js? A. CSR is faster than SSR. B. SSR delivers fully rendered pages from the server, while CSR renders on the client side. C. CSR is only used for static content. D. SSR requires a specific server setup, while CSR is automatic. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. The primary difference is that server-side rendering, SSR, delivers fully rendered pages from the server, while client-side rendering, CSR, involves rendering on the client side. A SSR helps improve initial page load times and is suitable for dynamic content that needs to be fetched at request time. Question 32. How can you opt for server-side rendering for a specific page in Next.js? A. Set the render mode property in the page file. B. Add a server render parameter to the page file name. C. Utilize the getServerSideProps function. D. Server-side rendering is automatic for all pages. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. To opt for server-side rendering for a specific page in Next.js, you can utilize the getServerSideProps function. By implementing this function in your page, you can fetch data at request time, making the page suitable for server-side rendering. Question 33. What is the purpose of caching in Next.js? A. To prevent page rendering. B. To store static assets on the server. C. To improve performance by reusing previously generated content. D. Caching is not supported in Next.js. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. The purpose of caching in Next.js is to improve performance by reusing previously generated content. Caching allows for the efficient retrieval of already rendered pages or data, reducing the need to regenerate content on each request. Question 34. How can you invalidate the cache for a specific page in Next.js? A. Utilize the invalidate cache function in the page file. B. Clear the cache manually in the browser settings. C. Add an invalidate cache parameter to the page file name. D. Invalidation is automatic, no specific action is required. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. You can invalidate the cache for a specific page in Next.js by manually clearing the cache in the browser settings. This action forces the browser to fetch a fresh copy of the page on the next request. Question 35. What is the recommended way to style components in Next.js? A. Inline styles directly in the JSX. B. Importing a global style sheet for the entire project. C. Using the styled components library. D. All of the above. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. The recommended way to style components in Next.js is to use the styled components library. Styled components allows you to write CSS directly in your JavaScript files, providing a convenient and scoped styling solution. Question 36. How can you configure the use of CSS modules in Next.js? A. Set the CSS modules property in next.config.js. B. Use the modules attribute in the style tag. C. Create a folder named CSS modules in the pages directory. D. CSS modules are automatically enabled in Next.js. Correct answer, A. Explanation. The correct answer is A. You can configure the use of CSS modules in Next.js by setting the CSS modules property in the next.config.js file. This enables the use of CSS modules, allowing for scoped styling in your components. Question 37. What is the purpose of the next export command in Next.js? A. To optimize image loading. B. To compile a Next.js app for production. C. To create an optimized build for static site hosting. D. Exporting is automatic, no specific command is required. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. The purpose of the next export command in Next.js is to create an optimized build for static site hosting. This command generates a static HTML version of your application, making it suitable for deployment on platforms that support static sites. Question 38. How can you optimize loading performance for fonts in Next.js? A. Load fonts dynamically using the dynamic function. B. Use the next/font npm package. C. Import fonts directly into the JSX. D. Fonts are automatically optimized in Next.js. Correct answer, A. Explanation. The correct answer is A. To optimize loading performance for fonts in Next.js, you can load fonts dynamically using the dynamic function. This allows for efficient loading and reduces the impact on initial page load times. Question 39. Which file is used to configure environment variables for a Next.js project? A. .env.js, B. Next.env, C. .env.local, D. env.config.js. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. The .env.local file is used to configure environment variables for a Next.js project. This file allows you to set environment-specific variables that can be accessed in your code using processed env. Question 40. What is the purpose of the public directory in a Next.js project? A. To store public assets like images and fonts. B. To define routes for the application. C. To organize layout components. D. The public directory has no specific purpose in Next.js. Correct answer, A. Explanation. The correct answer is A. The purpose of the public directory in a Next.js project is to store public assets like images and fonts. Files placed in this directory are served as static assets and can be referenced in your application. Question 41. What is the recommended testing framework for Next.js? A. Jest, B. Mocha, C. Jasmine, D. Next.test. Correct answer, A. Explanation. The correct answer is A. Jest is the recommended testing framework for Next.js. Jest provides a comprehensive and easy-to-use testing environment, including features like snapshot testing and mocking, making it well-suited for testing React and Next.js applications. Question 42. How can you run tests for a Next.js project? A. Use the nextTest command. B. Run tests using the npm test script. C. Testing is automatic, no specific command is required. D. Install a third-party testing package. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. You can run tests for a Next.js project by using the npm test script. This script is commonly configured to execute the testing framework, e.g. Jest, and any associated test suites in your project. Question 43. Which of the following is a recommended authentication solution for Next.js? A. Firebase, B. Nextauth.js, C. Passport.js, D. Auth Provider. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. Nextauth.js is a recommended authentication solution for Next.js. It simplifies the implementation of authentication features in Next.js applications, providing a flexible and extensible authentication framework. Question 44. How can you handle authentication with the app router in Next.js? A. Use the auth property in next.config.js. B. Implement a custom authentication middleware. C. Utilize one of the recommended authentication solutions. D. Authentication is not supported in Next.js. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. To handle authentication with the app router in Next.js, you should utilize one of the recommended authentication solutions, such as Nextauth.js. These solutions integrate seamlessly with the Next.js app router to manage authentication state and secure routes. Question 45. What is the purpose of the now command in Next.js? A. To optimize image loading for deployment. B. To deploy a Next.js app to the Now platform. C. To run tests for deployment readiness. D. Deployment is automatic, no specific command is required. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. The now command in Next.js is used to deploy a Next.js app to the Now platform. This command initiates the deployment process and allows you to host your Next.js application on the Now platform. Question 46. How can you deploy a Next.js app to Vercel? A. Use the Vercel deploy command. B. Install the Next Vercel npm package. C. Run the now command with the platform Vercel flag. D. Deploying to Vercel is automatic, no specific action is required. Correct answer, D. Explanation. The correct answer is D. Deploying a Next.js app to Vercel is automatic and does not require a specific command. Vercel integrates seamlessly with Next.js, automatically detecting and deploying changes when you push to your connected repository. Question 47. What is the recommended approach for upgrading a Next.js project to a new version? A. Use the next upgrade command. B. Manually update each package in packaged JSON. C. Upgrade using the npm check updates tool. D. Upgrading is automatic, no specific command is required. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. The recommended approach for upgrading a Next.js project to a new version is to manually update each package in the packaged JSON file. This ensures control over the versions of each dependency and allows for a more controlled upgrade process. Question 48. How can you check for the latest version of Next.js? A. Run the next version command. B. Use the npm outdated command. C. Check the official Next.js website. D. Up-to-date information is automatically displayed in the console. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. To check for the latest version of Next.js, you can visit the official Next.js website. The website typically provides information about the latest stable release and any relevant release notes. Question 49. Where can you find the official API reference documentation for Next.js? A. In the docs directory of a Next.js project. B. On the official Next.js GitHub repository. C. Inside the API reference folder in the Next.js installation. D. API reference is not available for Next.js. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. The official API reference documentation for Next.js can be found on the official Next.js GitHub repository. The documentation provides detailed information about the Next.js API and its features. Question 50. What is the purpose of the next/head component in Next.js? A. To define routes for the application. B. To handle authentication. C. To manage the head of the HTML document. D. To optimize image loading. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. The next/head component in Next.js is used to manage the head of the HTML document. It allows you to customize the head section, including adding metadata, links to style sheets, and other elements that affect the document's presentation. Question 51. What is the role of Edge runtime in Next.js? A. It optimizes server-side rendering. B. It improves client-side navigation. C. It enhances the deployment process. D. Edge runtime is not part of Next.js. Correct answer, A. Explanation. The correct answer is A. The Edge runtime in Next.js optimizes server-side rendering. It is responsible for executing server-side rendering logic at the edge, improving the overall performance and response time of the application. Question 52. How does Edge runtime improve the performance of a Next.js app? A. It handles API requests in parallel. B. It caches API responses at the edge. C. It optimizes image loading. D. It automatically minifies JavaScript code. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. Edge runtime improves the performance of a Next.js app by caching API responses at the edge. This helps in serving cached content directly from the edge locations, reducing the need for repeated requests to the server. Question 53. What is the purpose of the next build command? A. To create a production-ready build of a Next.js app. B. To deploy a Next.js app to the cloud. C. To optimize images for production. D. Building is automatic, no specific command is required. Correct answer, A. Explanation. The correct answer is A. The next build command is used to create a production-ready build of a Next.js app. It generates optimized and minified assets, making the application suitable for deployment in a production environment. Question 54. How can you customize the build process using the next.config.js file? A. Add a build property to the configuration. B. Use the customize build function in next.config.js. C. Specify build options in the script section of packaged JSON. D. There is no way to customize the build process. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. You can customize the build process in Next.js by using the customize build function in the next.config.js file. This function allows you to modify the default build behavior and apply custom configurations to the build process. Question 55. What is the role of the pages directory in the Next.js project architecture? A. It stores global styles for the entire project. B. It defines routes for the application. C. It manages middleware functions. D. It organizes layout components. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. The pages directory in the Next.js project architecture is responsible for defining routes for the application. Each file inside the pages directory corresponds to a route, and the file structure determines the URL structure of the application. Question 56. How does the Next.js architecture differ from traditional React applications? A. Next.js uses a monolithic architecture. B. Next.js follows a microservices architecture. C. Next.js introduces a file system-based routing system. D. Architecture in Next.js is not different from traditional React apps. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. Next.js introduces a file system-based routing system, where the file structure in the pages directory defines the routes of the application. This differs from traditional React applications, which often rely on a separate routing configuration. Question 57. What is the significance of accessibility in Next.js? A. It ensures efficient code splitting. B. It improves the overall application performance. C. It enhances user experience for people with disabilities. D. Accessibility is not a consideration in Next.js. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. The significance of accessibility in Next.js is that it enhances the user experience for people with disabilities. Implementing accessible features ensures that the application is usable and navigable by a wide range of users. Question 58. How can you implement accessible navigation in Next.js? A. Use the ARIA-label attribute in the link component. B. Include a navigation accessibility parameter in the next.config.js file. C. Utilize the next/accessibility npm package. D. Accessibility and navigation is automatic in Next.js. Correct answer, A. Explanation. The correct answer is A. To implement accessible navigation in Next.js, you can use the ARIA-label attribute in the link component. This attribute provides a label for screen readers, improving the accessibility of navigation links. Question 59. What is the primary purpose of fast refresh in Next.js? A. To optimize image loading. B. To improve client-side navigation. C. To enable hot module replacement during development. D. Fast refresh is not applicable in Next.js. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. The primary purpose of fast refresh in Next.js is to enable hot module replacement, HMR, during development. Fast refresh allows for instant code changes without a full page reload, improving the development experience. Question 60. How does fast refresh differ from hot module replacement, HMR, in traditional React apps? A. They're the same. Next.js uses HMR terminology. B. Fast refresh only works for functional components. C. Fast refresh supports more cases and requires less manual intervention. D. There is no difference between fast refresh and HMR. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. Fast refresh in Next.js supports more cases and requires less manual intervention compared to traditional hot module replacement, HMR, in React apps. It provides a smoother development experience by handling more scenarios automatically. Question 61. What is the role of the Next.js compiler? A. To transpile JSX to JavaScript. B. To optimize images for production. C. To convert TypeScript code to JavaScript. D. The Next.js compiler is not a standalone tool. Correct answer. D. Explanation. The correct answer is D. The Next.js compiler is not a standalone tool. Next.js does not have a separate compiler. Instead, it internally handles tasks such as transpiling JSX to JavaScript, optimizing images, and converting TypeScript code to JavaScript as part of its build process. Question 62. How can you customize the behavior of the Next.js compiler? A. Use the compiler options property in next.config.js. B. Add a compiler property in the script section of packaged.json. C. The compiler is not customizable in Next.js. D. Install a third-party compiler package. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. The Next.js compiler behavior is not directly customizable in a standalone manner. Customization is typically achieved through the next.config.js file, where you can configure options for various aspects of the build process, but not a standalone compiler. Question 63. How does Next.js handle different browser versions? A. It automatically updates the browser for users. B. It uses a fixed set of supported browsers. C. It relies on polyfills to support older browsers. D. Browsers are not a consideration in Next.js. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. Next.js uses a fixed set of supported browsers. It does not automatically update users' browsers, and developers need to specify the browsers they intend to support. Unsupported browsers may still work but are not officially guaranteed. Question 64. What happens if a user accesses a Next.js app using an unsupported browser? A. The app works with reduced functionality. B. The app redirects the user to a supported browser download page. C. The app crashes with an error message. D. Next.js automatically updates the browser for the user. Correct answer, A. Explanation. The correct answer is A. If a user accesses a Next.js app using an unsupported browser, the app may work with reduced functionality. While Next.js may not guarantee full compatibility, the application will generally attempt to provide a degraded experience rather than crashing or forcing an update. Question 65. What is TurboPack in Next.js? A. A library for optimizing image loading. B. A build tool for creating optimized packages. C. An experimental feature for improved performance. D. TurboPack is not related to Next.js. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. TurboPack in Next.js is an experimental feature for improved performance. It is designed to enhance the delivery of JavaScript bundles, providing a more efficient and faster loading experience for users. Note that as an experimental feature, its usage and effectiveness may evolve over time. Question 66. How can you enable TurboPack in a Next.js project? A. Set the TurboPack property in next.config.js. B. Include the TurboPack package and dependencies. C. Add a turbo parameter in the script section of packaged.json. D. TurboPack is automatically enabled in Next.js. Correct answer, A. Explanation. The correct answer is A. To enable TurboPack in a Next.js project, you need to set the TurboPack property in the next.config.js file. This property allows you to configure and control the behavior of TurboPack within your Next.js application. Question 67. Where can you actively engage with the Next.js community? A. On the official Next.js GitHub repository. B. In the community directory of a Next.js project. C. Through the Next community NPM package. D. There is no official community space for Next.js. Correct answer, A. Explanation. The correct answer is A. You can actively engage with the Next.js community on the official Next.js GitHub repository. The GitHub repository serves as a central hub for discussions, bug reports, feature requests, and collaboration among Next.js users and contributors. Question 68. What is the primary benefit of participating in the Next.js community? A. Access to exclusive features. B. Faster bug resolution. C. Automatic updates for the Next.js app. D. Community participation has no impact on Next.js development. Correct answer: B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. The primary benefit of participating in the Next.js community is faster bug resolution. Active community engagement allows developers to report and discuss issues, leading to quicker identification and resolution of bugs by the Next.js development team. Question 69. Why is it important to follow the contribution guide when contributing to Next.js? A. To avoid legal issues. B. To ensure that contributions align with project goals. C. To receive financial compensation for contributions. D. Contribution guides are optional in open-source projects. Correct answer: B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. It is important to follow the contribution guide when contributing to Next.js to ensure that contributions align with the project goals and adhere to the development standards. This helps maintain consistency and coherence in the project's codebase. Question 70. Where can you find the official contribution guide for Next.js? A. In the docs directory of a Next.js project. B. On the official Next.js GitHub repository. C. Inside the contribute folder in the Next.js installation. D. Contribution guides are not provided for Next.js. Correct answer: B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. You can find the official contribution guide for Next.js on the official Next.js GitHub repository. The contribution guide typically provides guidelines, processes, and best practices for individuals looking to contribute to the project. Question 71. What is the significance of the _apt.js file in the pages directory of a Next.js project? A. It defines the application's global styles. B. It is used for server-side rendering configuration. C. It is a reserved file for custom global app behavior. D. The file has no specific purpose in Next.js. Correct answer: C. Explanation. The correct answer is C. The _apt.js file in the pages directory of a Next.js project is a reserved file that allows you to override the default app component. It is crucial for customizing global app behavior, including persisting layout between page changes, managing state, and integrating additional data fetching logic. Question 72. How can you create a custom function to handle server-side rendering in a Next.js app? A. Define a function named server_render in the functions directory. B. Utilize the getServerSideRender function in the pages directory. C. Use the server-side render parameter in the page file name. D. Custom server-side rendering functions are not supported in Next.js. Correct answer: D. Explanation. The correct answer is D. Next.js primarily supports server-side rendering through functions like getServerSideProps or getServerSidePaths. There isn't a direct provision for defining custom server-side rendering functions outside of these predefined Next.js functions. Question 73. Which option in Next.config.js allows you to customize the behavior of the development server in Next.js? A. Dev server. B. Server config. C. Development options. D. There is no specific option for customizing the development server. Correct answer: A. Explanation. The correct answer is A. To customize the behavior of the development server in Next.js, you can use the dev server option in the next.config.js file. This allows you to configure various aspects of the development server, such as port, host, and other settings. Question 74. What is the purpose of the use npm flag when using the create next app command? A. It specifies the npm version to be used. B. It forces the use of npm instead of yarn. C. It configures npm packages for the Next.js app. D. The use npm flag is not applicable in create next app. Correct answer: B. Explanation. The correct answer is B. The use npm flag, when used with the create next app command, forces the application to be created using npm instead of the default package manager yarn. This can be useful if you prefer or require npm as your package manager for the Next.js project. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to watch more such videos.